alive, finally! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Say I play the perverted bad gentleman here. And today, as you can see from my outfit, we're going fishing. Yeah. We're going, now that we saved the world, and you know, beaten the despair of the universe, we're just gonna take it chill. We're gonna take it chill and do some fishing quests. Because those are fun. I heavily enjoy them. And then maybe the next stream I'll go and do the extra dungeons, like the post end game dungeons. Because I think there are like 2 of them. I seem to, in my duty finder, I seem to have 2 question marks in the expert roulette. Meaning there should be 2 dungeons, or at least 2 trials. Do something that I haven't done. So we're gonna do that. Let's see. See? 2 question marks. Right. Anyways, first, let us go get the quest from here. Fear the thesis. To study 'em. Combat? What's that? Today we're just gonna chill. It's gonna be you, me, and the game, and it's gonna be chill. Off stream, I've crafted my level 90 full gear and my fishing rod. Alright. Fear the thesis. Talakatia could use a helping hand with his research. Could it be? Yes, you must be the gleaner I've heard so much about. Let me get straight to the point. Calm down, man. Calm down. Oh, but where are my manners? Allow me to introduce myself first. My name is Talakatia, and I'm an associate professor in the Faculty of Aeterology here. To tell the truth, I'm in a bit of a bind. I'm scheduled to make a major presentation at a conference in the near future, but as ashamed as I am to admit it, I've not been able to gather enough data to properly finish my thesis. If I'm unable to prove the worth of my research, then my funding is all but certain to dry up. As you can see, the stakes are high. You have the look of an adept angler about you, am I right? If so, you could be just the person I need. This section here is one I've rented out for my work. Might I interest you in taking a look? Sure, leave it to me. Let's get to it. And immediately, cutscene. Oh shit, wrong. Here we go. Impressive, isn't it? I bet you've never laid eyes on such a fine fish tank before. Sadly, as you can see, it's entirely devoid of fish. Anyhow, I suppose I should tell you about my work. You see, I research water veins. Not just any old ones, mind you, but those that carry ether. Not unlike the life stream, or the etheric currents in the wind. Life is naturally drawn to areas abundant in ether, which is why you might observe that popular fishing spots are often also ether-rich. Hello, Oni. My research focuses in particular on veins which carry especially high concentrations of ether. Currents commonly known as spectral currents. Are you perchance familiar with the phenomenon? Spectral currents. Nope. Can't say I've heard it. Can't say I am. Well, that's hardly a surprise. Most people never venture far enough out at sea to where one might encounter them. Is this an ocean fishing thing? In any event, the most important point to remember is just how important ether currents are for aquatic life. To look at it the other way, it is possible to identify how strong the local ether currents are by studying the fish and other aquatic life in any given area. And that's where we come full circle. I require specimens of fish from various bodies of water to confirm my hypothesis regarding underwater ether currents. And there's the rub. The areas most worth researching are also happen to be the hardest to reach. Of course, I would not be averse to risking the journey myself if it only were not for my condition. What condition? Ah, yes, I suppose I should explain. Put simply, I've long suffered from a particularly nasty case of ether sickness. Why, I can't even use the internet or any sort of teleportation magics. Quite annoying when your work partially depends on such things, to say the least. Guy is an ether researcher that cannot use ether. I know. An etherologist who can't stomach ether. I wouldn't believe it were I not living this nightmare myself. But perhaps you're skeptical? I have an idea. Follow me to the Aetherite Plaza and I'll show you how bad I've got it. Oh no. Oh no. You poor man. You don't have to do this. I believe you. We already had a incident of ethereal sickness ourselves with the experimental teleporter. Let's just teleport him. Alright, let's see how bad you got it. Ah, there you are. Alright. Watch closely now. Oh, you poor sod. You see, I'm feeling so queasy, it's all I can do to hold down the contents of my stomach. This poor man. The whole world. It's spinning. Someone make it stop. What is this? Forgive me. You poor son. Well, there you have it. My condition has manifested itself all over the ground for you. I say, Talaka, are you quite alright? Professor Nelly. I see your condition is as bad as ever. One would think you'd await a place like this. And you? Are you perchance assisting Talaka with his research? The boy may suffer from terrible ether sickness, but as a scholar, he has as much potential as anyone I've seen. You develop an eye for these things when you've been in academia for as long as I have. But I must be on my way. I very much look forward to reading your finished thesis, Talaka. Did I mention that I don't handle pressure particularly well? I'm barely wording the introduction to my paper and Professor Nelly's already selling it up to his peers. How can I possibly live to his expectations? I know. Incidentally, Professor Nelly is one of the leading authorities in the world of meteorology. Some would even say he's the equal of Master Matoya, I called out. And for some reason, he seems to have taken a liking to me. He is the one who pushed for the school to allow me to form my own research team as the first and trial phase of a program to support young scholars. Otherwise, a humbler associate professor as myself would never be able to conduct such an ambitious project. And yet, I run the risk of losing everything if I don't turn my potential into actual results at the upcoming conference. Not only would my own research team be disbanded, but there's a high likelihood that Professor Nelly's program would be terminated, meaning that no other young scholar would ever again receive the opportunity I did. The very future of the stadium is at stake. Part of me wishes I could just drink my worries away. Sadly, I handle alcohol about as well as I handle ether. Oh, you poor sod. I may not be good at dealing with ether or pressure, but one thing is certain. For Professor Nelly's sake, I must not fail. I cannot! This man, the stakes, they're high. And so, I beg of you, pray help me. There's no one else whom I can turn to. Leave it to me! I got some fishing to do. Thank you. Oh, thank you. You're a shining beacon of hope for all young scholars here in Sharlayan. Now, let us head back to Searcher's Meet so we can get to the task. I shall meet you back at my office. You could have told me what it was right here, but sure. Poor man. Imagine, like, in a world so reliant on ether, not being able to use ether sucks. It's like being blind in a world that relies so much on seeing. Oh, wait. Alright. Ah, Almia. I was just compiling a list of fish that I'll be needing for my research. Let me know when you're ready to get to fishing. I'll fill you in on exactly what I would ask you to do. Alright, what are we catching? Faculty of Meteorology, Stadium deliveries unlocked. You may now undertake deliveries for the Faculty of Meteorology at the Stadium. Speak to Tlakatia to learn more. Go with the flow. Oh, cordials. Tlakatia is in dire need of some data. Alright then, shall we get started? To review, I require samples of aquatic life form from various bodies of water. Then I might analyze them and ascertain the current state of their respective regions' underwater ether currents. Before I send you off to far-flung locales, I'd like to gather data from somewhere nearby. Collecting samples from a stable, controlled environment like labyrinths should give me a good basis with which to compare any future findings. To that end, I'd like to ask you to catch me some giant ether lice, and a fair share of them to ensure representative sample size. According to my preliminary research, they swim in abundance near the phreatic conduit and have a noted fondness for gold salmon roe. Okay, phreatic conduit, salmon roe. Gotcha. Let's go. How many do you want? You may now undertake deliveries for the Faculty of Meteorology at Stadium. By delivering the requested items to Tlakatia and raising yourself in his esteem, you can help him finally complete his thesis. A cruel fish's thesis. Have you had any luck catching those lice? If not, I suggest heading to the phreatic conduit with some gold salmon roe in your tackle box. Yeah, how many do we need? Each Faculty of Study has a list of required deliveries, blah 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 blah. The items requested vary according to your level. Okay. Okay. So, I need to get 3 collectible versions. Hopefully, preferably be more than 166 collectability. Okay. 6 giant etherloos. Oh, did I say 3? 6. Yeah. 6 of them. 166. They're drawn to gold salmon roe in phoretic something something. Okay. I need to go to Labyrinthos. Where is that? Central Circuit, Aporia, Logistical, Navacoccals, Fort Lucas, Alpha, Cycler. 33 face it. Phoretic conduit, there it is. Okay, now teleport here, get some gold salmon roe, and then go fish! Where's the NPC? Junkmonger, come here. How much salmon roe do I have? 30. You know what? I'm gonna get that to 60, just in case. Gold salmon roe. Give me another 30. Okay, let's go. Let's fly. And we fly. Do I even have that place unlocked? Oh no, I never fished there apparently. Also during off stream, I completed the basically completed all the fishes in Old Sharlayan. I'm wondering like if I should do a stream of you know, just completing the fishing log. All this hunting every fish one by one. It's a fun time. Right, there we go. The Phoretic conduit. Let's at first. Yeah, since I haven't. Okay. Gold salmon roe. Yeet! Of course, last sit. Come on. And it is top minnow. Release that. Also, I forgot to turn on collections. Alright, there we go. Now we're getting collectibles. Butterfly fly, I don't care. I'll see the large size for mooching if I can. Let's go. Shoo! Unmoved Source Alpha, is it called? That's a name. Alright. 3 fish. Come on. Come on. Okay, that's a powerful one. And shit. Release. That was not it. Oh, that's a precision. I'm gonna explain what I'm doing after the rotation I'm using after this buff runs out. Or I could do that now, I suppose. Basically, to get better fish, like bigger fish for higher collectability rating, I'm using Patience. Well, Patience 2. Which, as the tooltip says, increases chances of landing a large-sized fish by 80%. But it also reduces the chance of catching a fish with the hook by 75%. So, if you're just using it and keep spamming regular fishing, you're gonna lose all the bait. You're not gonna catch anything. What you have to do is when you have Patience on, you have to use either powerful hook set or precision hook set instead of regular hook. And you use them according to the fish you're getting. For example, if I get a single exclamation mark on my head, that's well, how can I say this? That's a swift fish. So you have to use precision hook set on them. But if I get 2 exclamation marks, that's a strong fish and I have to use a powerful hook set for that one. For example, that's a precision. or else I won't be able to catch the fish. Well, I'll be able to catch it, but at a 25% chance. Ooh, 172. There we go. Yes, I'll take that. Now, I could try to go over an identical cast and see if I can get it again, but I'm not sure if that would give me high quality. Well, you know, high collectability. So I'm just gonna keep doing normal fishes until my energy, my mana replenishes. Then I shall go for another patience rotation. Now that I'm not using patience, it doesn't matter if I just do regular hook. I can't even use these two anyways. Oh, 169. Nice. 100. I'm just looking for anything above 166, so that works. Right, patience time. And now we wait. And chill. Precision. Not it. Let's try again. That's a powerful. Come on. Yeah. Is it another one? Nah. A crustacean that is never far from an underwater ether current. Oh, got all the fish here. Nice. Precision. Yeah. Ooh, nice. Hardness 72. Come on, 3 more. Let's go. Let's go. 3 more. 3. Precision. Let's go. $171. Nice, nice. 2 more. Only 2 more. That's a powerful. Come on, before the buff runs out. There we go. Right. Come on. Give me another one. I just need 1 more after, well, 2 more. Come on. Gimme. Fish. Here, fishy. Here, fishy. And I just need 1 last. So for that, I'm gonna just use identical cast. Let's go. It's going to be the same fish. Maybe I should have used priced catch alongside it. Yeah, I could have just price catch identical cast and would have made sure I would have gotten a high quality one. Let's see what it'll this be. 72 now. Well that's I really should have used price catch. Damn it. $136. Yeah, sure, let's take it. I'm still gonna try to get 166 or more though. In fact, meat. Oh, come on. I kinda spent my white scripts on getting the regional folklore things, so I could use some scripts from delivering all high quality shit. Alright, it's time. Let's go. Patience. And we fish. Come on. Alright, come on. Please be it. Please be it. It be, please. Me. Come on. A man needs his lice. Another sentence I never thought I'd say. And we're done here. That's 6. Oh, I can't descent these ones? Then just trash them. Alright, back to the sick cat boy. Let us deliver these. Stadium. Oops. Knocked my mic there. Hello, bye. There's your fish. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this is a remarkable catch. Impressive specimens like these will give me even more quality data. I can't thank you enough. In making your first successful delivery, you have begun to earn Tlakastia's trust. Deliver the items Tlakatia needs, and deliver them often to improve your standing with the Faculty of Eterology. Thanks to your efforts, I've been able to compile a full set of reference data. Now we can finally get started on spots further afield. But before that, I haven't yet explained my research to you in detail, have I? Oh, look at the fish in the background, they're now there. Simply put, there's a certain hypothesis I want to prove. In my studies over the years, I have come to believe that much like the tide ebbs and flows with the phases of the moon, so too do the underwater ether currents that cover our entire planet. When the concentration of ether in any given current changes, aquatic life in the area grows more or less abundant, which ultimately affects the currents of the ocean itself. My hope is that, if I can prove this and accurately predict these changes, we might theoretically identify the best times for fishing and even know when it's safest to navigate the seas. This man just wants to calculate. Needless to say, it would be a major breakthrough. And I'm one step closer to realizing it all, thanks to you.
Ah, Tlaka. It looks like your research is progressing well.
Professor Nelly.
I heard that your friend here has started gathering samples for you, so I brought a few choice tomes with me that might serve to point you in the right direction.
As always, you're too kind, Professor. I can't thank you enough.
Don't mention it. When the time comes that your research bears fruit, that will be all the thanks I need. Your mind for developing compelling hypotheses has always impressed me. You lacked only for a skilled gleaner to help you overcome the limits of your affliction. I will be watching this new partnership of yours with great interest.
See ya. See you, old man. Whew. Why? That actually wasn't so bad. Just having you around has already taken a huge weight off my shoulders. Up until now, Professor Nelly's confidence in me only made me feel pressured to deliver something that I wasn't even sure I was capable of. But now I finally start to make some tangible progress, and it's all because of you. For the first time, I feel like I might have a bright future in the academy after all. We'll handle this. We'll do it, don't worry. Yes, I have a feeling everything is going to go swimmingly. No pun intended, as long as you're by my side. You have delivered the requested items. Esteem level increased. Tlakatia now considers you dependable fisher. Why yes. What more do you want? Data across the decades. Tlakatia has high hopes that your partnership will bear fruit. Oh, hello again. Why, hello. Did you notice the fish tank, by the way? I went ahead and put one of my research specimens in it. Quite the looker, wouldn't you say? I tell you, so many things have fallen into place ever since you showed up. I'm having the time of my life analyzing all this data. I mean to continue my analysis of ether lice, of course, but I will task another gleaner with such mundane tasks. Instead, I'd like to make full use of your skills by having you visit an area I've long been fascinated with. I speak of the ocean surrounding Taunair. I have reason to believe there was a significant change in the ether currents in those waters that occurred around the time of the calamity. Professor Nelly shared with me some data from 20 years prior, and I would compare it with the current data to ascertain if I'm correct. Leave it to me. The waters around Taunair, you see, have long been one of the focal points of Professor Nelly's research. I wish to study them more to honor his work, whilst also using it as a starting point for my own. Before you go, however, a word of warning. Ever since the calamity, the region is notorious for shipwrecks. I realize that you're a seasoned professional, but I fully understand if you do not want to take the risk. I almost didn't return from my voyage on the siren songs. Consider it done. Tis easy. This cat knows how to swim. Oh, thank you. I knew I could count on you. Anyhow, I'd like you to fish the same species that Professor Nelly studied 20 years ago. To wit, the Garjana wrasse. According to the books the professor gave me, they live near the Great Runoff and are known to enjoy nibbling on shrimp balls. And that should do it. Be safe out there, yes? Fuck, I forgot where they were. The study deliveries for Tlakatia has been updated. Sure. Where did you say? According to my reference, there's Great Runoff. Okay. Wait, what was the next line? Speaking of which, how do you plan to throw? Yes, teleport. Garjana wrasse, 6 of them again. A tropical fish that emits low amounts of ethers and travels as a part of school. Okay, shrimp ball at runoff. How many shrimp balls do I have? It's 42. 43. That'll be enough. And then let's see. That's not Ilzabart. Okay, where was Taunair again? It is in Ilzabart. You dumb bitch. Taunair. Let's see. The great runoff. That's the great work. Not the giant skull grounds. The burning field. Prusa, Yedlimat. Okay, where's the great runoff? I'm not seeing the great runoff. Okay, for now I'll just teleport the great work. It should be related to the great runoff, right? Right? Great runoff. Yep, that's exactly here. You know what? Let's pick a good fishing spot. Okay, so this is the one I'm missing. Okay, I just ignore everything. And shrimp balls. Okay. Hopefully that'll be it. Let us go. Of course, our sit. Turn off sneak. No need for that here. Precision. Let's go. Not it. One more. Oh, I forgot to check how much collectability it required. Well, for now we'll stick with 320, I suppose. That's not it. It was a powerful hook set that got me it. So I need a powerful bite. Come on. Bite. Powerful. There we go. Come on. Please be the Russ. Dun, 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 dun. Yes. Let's go. Ah, I should have surfaced identical cast. One more. Ooh. The lighting changed. I wonder if you could fish from up there. Come on, powerful bite. Come on. Come on. Here, fishy, 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 fishy. Come on. Oh, come on. You set a new personal record. Okay. I don't even need this. I can just do it this way. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun. Okay, now I'm gonna need it to see the fish. It's not it. Technically, I don't even have to do that. Because if it's not the fish I want, she's automatically gonna release it anyways. Oh, that's a powerful. Okay, that could be it. And it is it. I guess I should put the game audio a bit higher now that I don't have cutscenes and whatnot. Let me just... Hopefully that's a bit nicer for the ear on the ears with the... Okay, that's not... Oh! Another record! New record! New! I'm just setting it for records now. I need more energy to go for another patience. How do I check the records though? Records. Ah, I see. A plus AA, double A. I need to change, get better at deep sea, it seems. Sky B. I'm actually a decent fisher, huh? Triple A. I see. Fish caught 5,229. And that spearfishing is 647 because I don't enjoy spearfishing that much. Okay, I should have enough for another patience run now. $244? No. Do not care. Patience. Precision, okay. If it's precision, it's not gonna be the fish I want, so I don't care. Just release it, girl. Let's go again. Come on, give me the fish. Give me the fish I want. Give me the fish I need. Fish. Oh, powerful. Okay, this could be it. But is it? Yes, good. Another. Come on. I need 2 more. Nah, it's a precision. bite. There we go, powerful. That could be it. It's not it. Can you not, please? Recover. And again. That's a dud. This was precision. Is this it? This could be it. Come on. Okay. Now I just need one more. That ain't it. Come on, girl, you got this. Do it. Do it. That's also not it. I love how her tail moves about when she's reeling the catch in. Another precision, really? And I got the buffs almost out. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Powerful bite, come on. Again, precision? Oh, it got away. Huh. Quick, quick, before the buff runs out. I was surprised that I almost dropped the buff. Now. Again? Just precision, huh? I just need one more. One more decent quality fish. Another. Man, RNG is bad. It's just messing with me today. I can't say it's bad because I already got 5 good ones, but it's just messing with me. Torturing me with the last fish. Come on. I'm about to run out of shrimp balls. Come on. It's a powerful, but it's probably gonna be a low collectability. No, it wasn't even the one I needed. Okay, one more patience. Let's go. Another patience rotation. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Give it me. Precision. Nah. Come on. It's powerful. Let's go. Is it the one I need? It is! We're done here. Okay, so let's go back to delivery. Give him his peach. And again, to study him. I'm here. I brought you fish. Lakatia? Have you managed to reel in any wrasse? According to my references, they live in relative abundance near Great Runoff. Yeah, we read that. A 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, and a 6. Dear me, what an impressive specimen! This should allow me to collect data as complete as Professor Nelly's from 2 decades ago. I can't wait to compare my findings. Well, I dare say I've more than enough samples now. Pray wait just a moment. I'm going to ask Professor Nelly to take a look.
It's not every day you ask after me, Tlaka. I trust this means your research is coming along well.
Better than I could have ever imagined. As a matter of fact, I was hoping to hear your thoughts on my latest findings. Comparing my data with yours from 20 years ago, I can say with confidence that the concentration of ether in the area did indeed show an increase around the time of the calamity. From these numbers, I would posit that smaller fish species in the area have increased in abundance several-fold. The Garjana wrasse in particular is known for protecting itself from predators by creating disturbances in the surrounding ether. A population increase of such scale would undoubtedly result in a dramatic impact on its habitat. Which would go a long way to explaining the countless shipwrecks. The sheer number of these fish would surely play havoc on ships' ether compasses.
Outstanding work, Tlaka. Of course, the more data will be needed to prove your assertions as fact. Should it hold true, however, this could be a discovery of no small import. Come to think of it, I remember you showing considerable interest in my research into the seas around Thavnair. What exactly was it drew you into my work?
Oh, it's just, well, I always found the figures somewhat unnatural. Called a hunch, but I couldn't help but feel like it warranted further research.
Now that's the true spirit of a scholar. Even the most epoch-making of discoveries often started from observation of a simple irregularity or curiosity. With that intuition and power of observation, you're going to go places, Talaka. I knew my faith in you was not misplaced. I am? I love how he jumped. You flatter me, Professor. Take care not to let it go to your head. Your potential will only be stifled if you allow yourself to be content with minor progress and fake praise.
Of course, Professor. I will redouble my efforts and work harder than ever to deliver results. And on that note, I best get to work summarizing my findings for inclusion in my thesis. If I am able to identify an explicit correlation among the post-calamity change in ether concentration, the explosion of fish population, and the increase in shipwrecks, it will go a long way toward proving my theory correct. Of course, I'll be needing more fish specimens before that can happen. Fair warning, I might have to send you to even more hazardous locales. And yet, I'm sure you're up to the challenge, yes? Of course. Splendid! I swear, this is the most invigorated I've ever felt about my research. Now, where to start? I don't know, you tell me. Stadium delivery complete! Esteem level increased! Talakatia now considers you a formidable fisher. Is formidable? I'm more than that. History lesson. Talakatia has an unquenchable thirst for data. Oh, hello again. I truly cannot thank you enough. The samples you provided me with have allowed me to make incredible progress in my work. As it happens, I actually just decided on the next specimen I'd like to ask you to procure. Okay, what is it this time? You see, I've essentially completed my analysis of the currents surrounding Thamnir. I must say it's been most enlightening. Next, I would ask you to travel to a place where we have no pre-existing data. To wit, I mean to research the currents in Garlemald. We've been unable to set foot in the region until now, which means that gathering data there could lead to a truly revolutionary discovery. After all, we still have no idea how the underwater ether currents there are connected with those in the other regions. Alas, lacking data from years past, it won't be such a simple task to identify the changes that have occurred over the decades. I do, however, have an idea how we might get around that. The answer, my friend, is shellfish. Studying the growth lines within their shells should allow me to draw some conclusions about how their habitat has changed over time. I gotcha! After carefully perusing Professor Nelly's tomes, I've come to the conclusion that guardian clams would be particularly suitable as a research specimen. Do you think you'd be up to the task of catching some for me? Clams, you say? Leave it to me. I know the place like the back of my hand. Clams, you say? Leave it to me. Wonderful. I am quite confident that quality data from Garlemald is what will allow my thesis to truly begin to take shape. Ah yes, I also read that clams exist in abundance in the area around Camp Broken Glass, and that leeches are particularly effective in luring them up from the water's bottom. Pray forgive me for asking you to travel to such a perilous location. Please do whatever you must to stay safe. I mean, you're sending me just the backyard of my own town, so... The stadium deliveries list for Talakatia has been updated. Let me see, you said leeches. Leeches. Do I have any leeches? I only have 3. Wow, I'm gonna have to buy leeches. Any luck finding those clams? As I mentioned, you should be able to find them in abundance right around Camp Broken Glass. And don't forget to bring a healthy supply of leeches. I've heard that Garlemald continues to be the most volatile and perilous place. I admire your courage, friend. Even were it not for my ether sickness, I doubt I could work up the nerve to go there myself. Guardian clam at 184. Okay, 6 of them once more. Camp Broken Glass, let's go. I'm gonna buy some leeches from there, about like 40 I suppose. And then we fish. Okay. If the NPCs load, that is. So it should be right here, right? The clam. I would assume it would be here, because, like, I think that's the only fishing spot we have near Camp Broken Glass. Unless it's the other one, which would suck. Purchase items. Give me 37 leeches, which will put me to 40. Leech. I would like to think this is it. That was quick. Animalus. I don't need any of these. Just release them. We fish. One brings the fish, one brings the bait. Yeah, okay, it's here. Nice. One brings shadow, one brings the light. Two-tone echoes tumbling through time. Might as well pass the time somehow. Yeah. The road that we walk is lost in the flood. Hear proud angels bathe in their wages of blood. At this, the world's end, do we cast off tomorrow? I wonder if my music macros still work. Let's see here. They do. There we go, that's now this is some fitting music for fishing. Under the weight. I absolutely love this song. I know you're here. Just come out already.
Bow down, Ongjuala! Titan! Titan! Titan!
Not it again. What, should I just play Leviathan's team instead? Come on, man. I want to see. Oh, that one. Yes, this is... combat music is just fitting for this. Fight, Dolphin! Fight! Get the fish! Catch the fish.
Not it!
Come on. How many leeches do I have? 25. I'm gonna have to buy more leeches, huh? Ah, of course. How did I forget? Just vibing here, fishing. That snowstorm is just... It must be absolutely freezing cold here. Like, not only it's snowing all the time, but it's also heavy wind. That must be freezing. Even I'm feeling cold. Leviathan's teeth. Let's go.
Leviathan, 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 Leviathan.
Okay, that's 4. Just 2 more. Come on. Don't do this to me. Come on. Come on. Nah, that's not it. It's a precision one on this one. Come on. That was a powerful hook shot thing. Hook set. It's not it. It's release. I'm looking for a singular exclamation mark, not double.
Leviathan.
Come on, eat the clams. There we go. I just need one more. Come on. Ah, I should have popped identical cast. Damn it. Foolishness. Alright, come on. Oh. And yes, alright, we're done. Turn that off. Brain fart, others, or Charlie, there we go. To Stadium!
Leviathan, stand down!
Come on, man. Laka, I brought you clams. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. And they're all above the max quality, okay. You've done it! And what a remarkable sample it is. My colleagues will be burning with envy when they hear I've obtained a specimen from Garlemald. How can I even begin to express my gratitude? Oh, you might be wondering who this is. My research has been progressing so well of late that I've brought on a few of my students to serve as assistants and help me analyze all this data. Yo! At any rate, I cannot thank you enough for braving such hostile environs for the sake of my life's work. No one in my field has had the chance to obtain substantial data from Garlemald until now. It would be no understatement to say your contribution is historic. Needless to say, this puts even more pressure on me to deliver my thesis. Oh dear, my stomach's starting to feel queasy just thinking about it.
Ah, Tlaka, would you believe you're the talk of the studium? Even the senior faculty can scarcely wait to hear you're able to glean about ether currents of Garlemald.
Professor! Yes, it all... Okay, that was weird. Professor! Yes, it's all thanks to Amia here. Without her aid, I never could have procured the most invaluable specimen.
Indeed. Truly, I have not seen a partnership between scholar and gleaner bear such fruit so swiftly in a very long time.
You know, I'm known to do that. Oh, that's right. Speaking of gleaning, I meant to tell you about everything I'd learned from the clams you brought. I'm pleased to report that analyzing guardian clams appears to have been the right call. Examining their growth lines, I was able to find specimens as old as 97 years, giving me almost a full century of data to analyze. By far the most interesting thing I've noticed so far is the reverse correlation between the ether levels near Thavnair and those in Garlemald. That is to say, over periods of time when the ether concentration was high near Thavnair, it was low in Garlemald. And the reverse was also true.
I see. That bit of evidence would seem to corroborate your hypothesis that the planet's ether currents move in tandem with each other. Should you manage to collect data from more regions still, I expect you may very well be able to accurately predict changes in the fish population across the world. This could have remarkable implications for the future of the fishing trade.
I was thinking the very same, Professor. Nothing would give me greater joy than if my research were to bring about a tangible improvement in people's lives. Before meeting you, I never dreamed I would make this far. But now I feel more confident than ever that I will be able to prove my hypothesis one day. Why, I can almost see my completed thesis in my mind's eye. But I can't afford to get too complacent just yet. The most important work remains to be done. And we shall do it. What's up? What's up, old man?
I am pleased to see that all is progressing well. And yet, do not be surprised if there comes a time when Tlaka's resolve as a researcher is tested. A time when he is forced to consider what it is that truly drives him to engage in his work. For such times come to all scholars, no matter how naturally gifted they may be. Should Tlaka find himself at an impasse, can I trust you to lend him your support when it is needed most? It will mean the world to him, and to me.
Of course.
Bye-bye!
Studium delivery complete! Esteem level increased. Tlaka Tia now considers you a seasoned fisher. The Wandering Whale. Tlaka Tia will stop at nothing to complete his research. Thanks to your most selfless contributions, I draw closer and closer to proving my hypothesis correct. Other gleaners have also been helping me by continuing to find specimens for me in calmer waters. But I would gather data from further and further afield, which is, of course, where you come in. Oh? Oh?
Professor!
Oh, Bracy, it's not like you to get so excited. Whatever is the matter? Ah, but I haven't introduced you to you yet, have I? This is Abrasi, one of my research assistants. She has been great help in analyzing all the data we've collected.
I appreciate the word of confidence, but this is no time for pleasantries. A whale has somehow wandered its way into the Scholar's Harbor. The Harbor Master has requested that you come and assess the situation with all haste.
Oh dear, I suppose we'd best be in a hurry then.
My apologies, but it seems our work will have to wait until later. In the meanwhile, would you accompany me to the harbor? Your insight into the situation could prove most valuable.
You're gonna hunt me away.
Whales!
I can't believe you. Stun seed. These nuts. Come on. I can't believe you. I can't believe you've done me like this.
Let's see what this will be. I believe it was somewhere around here. Look, everyone must be so concerned. It's not every day that a massive whale finds its way into the harbor.
Ah, there it is. Chunky boy. That's a breed that calls the Northern Seas home. It's not especially rare to see them off the coast, but I've never heard one coming so close to land as this.
It's most strange. It doesn't appear to be wounded, nor have there been any notable storms of late. Whatever might have caused it to veer so far off its normal course? What indeed? At any rate, we need to move it to one of our facilities and ensure it's kept safe while we tend to its wound it may have, and study it more. I suppose we should check its ether levels as well. Ready a team for me, Abrasi. Of course, Professor. This may be quite the undertaking. My apologies, but our project will have to wait a while longer. Let us reconvene back at researchers' meet and discuss the matter further.
You're gonna make me go and get some whatever they're called, specimens from their natural habitat to see what's up. Back to the study of okay, let's wait.
Oh, hello there. I'm so very sorry for keeping you waiting. We just finished tending to the creature's ailments and doing some preliminary analysis. As we suspected, the whale hadn't sustained any major injuries. However, it does seem to be suffering from severe ether sickness and is highly disoriented as a result. Needless to say, I can sympathize. The creature's ether levels were also cause for concern, which would explain why it wound up somewhere so far from its usual habitat. That said, we're still none the wiser as to what caused all of this. How goes it, Tlaka? Oh, and Almia, what a pleasant surprise.
I heard all about your predicament with the wayward whale. Master Kit, to what do I owe the pleasure? I was simply hoping to pick your brains about something that I imagine is related to your line of work. Around the same time your larger-than-life friend wandered into the harbor, a veritable legion of fish washed ashore in the Edlemad, near the experimental Etherite. That sounds too similar to be a mere coincidence. Curious behavior by aquatic life has been known to portend natural disasters. Yes, this strikes me as very much related to my studies. That said, nothing I have gleaned thus far has suggested that ether currents can change so drastically as to inflict nearby creatures with ether sickness. All I have observed suggests that the currents of the planet follow a simple and regular rhythm, not unlike the tides. Indeed, the entirety of my research up until now has been focused on proving this point. If there has been a sudden disturbance in the underwater ether currents, then it will take some time to determine the cause. I also need to attend to the whale. Now, when will I have time to return to my thesis? As for the whale, the study has already announced that it will be dispatching a vessel to research the ether currents in the seas near Sharlayan. It won't benefit any of us if such incidents continue to occur after all. If we wish to investigate the link between the two events, as Master Kit suggested, then perhaps we should pay a visit to Thavnair. An astute suggestion. You could recruit the help of one of our colleagues over there. Oh, wait a minute. I believe we have the perfect woman for the job right here. Hi. Sure, I'll go to Thavnair. As generous and dependable as ever. Yes, I knew you'd be up to the task. I would accompany Almia. You would? When was the last time you even ventured outside the stadium's grounds? That's not important. Almia has risked life and limb to help me with my research. I can't just keep leaving all the hard work to her. But Professor, going to Thavnair means you'd have to travel via the Etherite. Or by ship, not that you'd handle that any better. You don't have to tell me that, since time is of the essence. Besides, I'll never be truly respected as a researcher if I don't go out and get my hands dirty from time to time. I have let my fears rule me for far too long. Today is the day I conquer them. Well, it's clear you're not going to change your mind. But at least try not to cause Almia too much trouble. Now that you mention it, I hadn't consulted you on the matter. Almia, do you mind if I join you this time? Fantastic! In that case, I shall see you in Yedlema. Emma. And I'm gonna find him there just bleh. To Yedlemad. Teleport! Well. Oh, it's raining. Yeah. Bored alchemist. Why are you bored? I found this fellow rolling about in his own vomit a short while ago. Not a pretty sight, I can assure you. I'm not sure I've even seen someone suffer from such severe ether sickness. Hey! Almia, is that you? Ah, you know this fellow. The poor man was so ill I thought he might die. I'd not have believed anyone could suffer from such severe ether sickness if I hadn't seen him myself. Be glad you weren't here to see me immediately after I arrived. It was even less pretty a sight than what you witnessed at the Aetherite Plaza back in Sharlayan. What? And don't even get me started on the most ghastly visions I saw. Countless replicas of myself, dancing and singing and spinning and spinning and... Oh, the spinning. Please make it... That's just you lie down for a while still, friend. It wasn't so long ago that you were convulsing on the ground, spitting up some ghastly bile. You're right, my friend. My apologies for making you worry so. I'm truly sorry about this, Almia. Might you be so kind to ask around while I rest here a bit more? Sure, rest. Right. We got 3 people. Gather information on the whale. Yeah. You think this is a lot of fish? You should have seen here. You should have been earlier. This is a massive improvement, believe you me. No time to rest though. If they start rotting, the stench alone will be enough to make the whole town ill. What's especially bizarre is that these fish normally stay away from land altogether. Save for when they go up rivers to lay their eggs, that is. Anyhow, I've never seen or smelled anything like it in my life, and I hope I never do it again. So normally they only come up when it's their mating cycle, okay? I've never seen anything like it. Entire schools of fish suddenly washing up ashore. There were so many you couldn't see a single grain of sand. Our fishers have their hands full trying to clean up the mess even as we speak. Troublingly, we have no idea what caused it. It's not as if anything ominous occurred to portend such an event. Why, the night sky before was as peaceful as always. The full moon shining bright in the night sky. So it was full moon. Okay. Now that you mention it, there was one thing out of the ordinary earlier the day before the fish appeared. The river that runs here from Shroud to Samga was swelling like mad. The seawater flowed back into the river, and someday they saw it carrying fish deep into the woods. Okay. So it was full moon the day before, the river kinda got messed up. My apologies for making you go alone, friend. I still can't quite stand up straight, but I feel much better than when I arrived. Tell me, were you able to learn anything of interest from the townspeople? Well, you see, a full moon the night before, and a strong tide flowing up into the river. It would seem this is what we call a tidal bore. The fact that these fish are typically not seen near the coast is strangely reminiscent of our whale problem as well. Now, this cannot be mere coincidence. The matter of these fish that were supposedly carried upstream into the woods intrigued me as well. Assuming they're still alive, they would provide much more useful data than those rotting corpses on the beach. If we were to analyze them and find them in a similar etheric state as the whale in Sharlayan, we could safely conclude that both events were caused by the same, or at least a similar phenomenon. I'm terribly sorry to impose upon you again, but could you go catch those fish for me? They might very well be the key to solving this mystery. From the fisherman's description, swimming upstream, you said. I suspect we are looking for Alnerian salmon. If so, those leeches used on the clams and garlimal should serve you well again here. Okay, so Alnerian salmon. I just need to catch one. And do I have enough leeches? No. Let's get some leech. And upstream, you say. I don't know where to fish. Where is this upstream you speak of? Let's see. 25. Yes. Okay. Now, the river, you say. So this must be it, right? First of all, can I fish here? Do I know this the fishing spot? Yes, I do. Okay, that's not it. here. Okay, Shroud of Samda is here, so this is the River of Samda. Okay, it should be around here then, right? But first let me quickly unlock this fishing spot. Mark for the quest Wandering Whale detected. So they're here. Okay. Target acquired. Come on. Take a bite. Come on. Something bites. Yep. And? Well, that was easy. Oh, it's not even on the list. It's just a quest, special quest fish. A migratory fish that is sometimes found wandering the coasts of Alnair. Right, let's go back. There's your goddamn fish. Fish. Why do I still have these, I wonder? Which tomes did I not get? I loathe to impose, but you must go into the woods and catch those fish for me. I didn't come all this way just to get myself sick. I must solve this mystery. There's your fish. Oh, thank the gods. And thank you, my friend. I would have hated to go home with nothing but the memory of my worst bout of ether sickness ever. I'm happy to report that I also made some progress myself. I had a word with the alchemists who helped me, and it turns out they have a keen interest in ether as well. We had an exchange of views that was most stimulating. I may not have been able to do much while here, but I'm glad I made the effort to leave the studium for once. Now it's time we return so I can make use of this knowledge and analyze the samples you so kindly reeled in for me. Alas, while we may not need to use that god's awful experimental etherite to travel back, an etherite is still an etherite. Heavens have mercy. Yeah. Have fun throwing up. I'll see you back there. This poor man. This poor sod. To the stadium. My Discord is being weird for some reason. Alright, Stadium. Alright, Talakatia. What have you found? What do I have to gather for you? What do you want? Good to see you return. Needless to say, the trip was a rough one for me. Thankfully, it wasn't nearly as uncomfortable as that dreadful experimental etherite. I've just about finished analyzing the fish you caught in Thalnair. As expected, their ether levels are almost identical to those of the wayward whale. So you believe that a sudden change in the concentration of ether in the nearby currents caused them to completely alter their behavior? Precisely. That said, the change was of such magnitude that I would struggle to explain it with my initial hypothesis of the etheric tides. On the contrary, if such sudden changes are possible, then I may have to reconsider my premise altogether. Moreover, we can't safely return the whale to the sea until we know precisely what is at the root of this problem. Might the tidal bore hold the answer? Yes, I do remember considering that when you shared the people's tales with me. If we posit that the underwater ether currents are affected by the moon, much as the tide itself is, then any sudden change in the moon's state would naturally affect underwater ether levels as well. Recent changes in the moon. By the scholar, that's it! The destruction of Zodiac would have freed an unfathomable amount of ether from within the moon. It would be only logical if this had an impact on the underwater ether currents. If this is the explanation, my initial theory may yet be viable. With this recent outpouring of ether being the exception that proves the rule, we will need to watch closely for any similar incidents in the near future. How?
Ah, Tlaka! Word has it that you braved the journey by Etherite to do some fieldwork in town there. Did you find out of interest there?
We found stuff.
I see. A word of advice, if I may. Any researchers worth his salt must be prepared to rethink and re-evaluate their theories when presented with new evidence. Have you given any thought to how you might adapt yours?
My initial theory was, to a degree, predicated on the existence of Zodiac. Now that he is no more, I am not entirely sure how we might... Unless we could?
Yes, that's it!
We could examine a species altogether more ancient, from a time when the heavens were free of Zodiac and the other entities in high etheric concentration. Professor, please, this is no time for idle jests. I'm being perfectly serious. Why? I have complete confidence that Almia here will be able to find what we require. I do not doubt her skills, but even the best of gleaners would struggle to find specimens of species that doubled out ages ago. Well, I can go to the past. Oh, you of little faith. Our friend is more than up to the task. Isn't that so, Almia? Huh?
Now that's the spirit, Tlaka. A good scholar must consider every possible option, even those that might seem impossible. Keep pondering the matter, and I have no doubt you will arrive at an answer ere long.
Oh well. I shall go back in time for you. Fish time forgot. Fish time forgot. Tlakatia is pondering the past. Oh, hello there. I've been racking my brains trying to come up with new ideas. Alas, nothing have come to me thus far. Well, I have an idea. No matter how much I ponder, I keep coming back to the same thought. I have to get my hands on some specimens before a time before Zodiac came to be. I simply can't accept that all the work we have put into confirming my theory might amount to naught in the end. You know what? Give me any idea you got, no matter how outlandish it may seem. Please, Almia, I'm in dire need of inspiration. You'd be surprised at what I can do. Oh, but you... Wait. Do you truly mean it? Yeah? As a scholar, I would love to probe deeper into the details of exactly how you mean to do this. But this is hardly the time for idle chatter. If you can indeed procure this sample for me, I beg of you, please do it. Why, this could be very well the solution to what I thought about
what I thought an insurmountable problem. Ideally, I would examine the ancient specimen that shares some common traits with the creatures that still exist today. Reading through Professor Nele's tomes, I remember thinking that a species called Smaragdos would be perfect. I gotcha. I know not where you mean to find them, but I wish you safety and good fortune in your journey, Almia. Studium delivery commenced. Wait, what did it say? Use Sky Spoon Lure to fish some. Do I have Sky Spoon Lure? No. How do I get the Sky Spoon Lure? Where does one get one? Someday when I am done with my thesis, you will have to tell me all about how you can seemingly do the impossible. Smaragdos, ancient fish with green body. Okay, first things first, I'm gonna have to check out where to get the Sky Spoon Lure. Let's take a peek at script exchangers. Do we have any script exchangers here? Or do I have to... No, where they were around the marketer, right? Not here. I'm looking at the wrong place, I think. Come on. Because this is the lead quest area. Shop. You know what? I think I'm just gonna go to the town Razimon and see from there. Since I know there's an exchanger there. Razara. This is a different music. No, that's the wrong guy. That's the wrong guy, Almia. Script exchange. Let's see. Macro Stardust, not it. What about here? Chimera Worm, nope, not it. What about here? Sky Spoon Lure, there we go. Give me 5 of them, just in case I lose some. To Elpis I must go. Where is Let? Or Let he? Ah, there it is. Where am I gonna fish in there? Well, I mean, the obvious water currents. Duh, you idiot. You fool. I just want to find a good spot where I can fish. This looks nice. Sky Spoon Lure, where are you? There it is. A metal lure shaped like a spoon, so it will oscillate when dragged through the water, attracting fish, especially as effective in lakes. Oh. I like
how you get a different animation for when you're using live bait and when you're using tackle. I mean, lure. Because with lures, you have to, you know, move them around so they look like living fish. So your character will constantly reel it back in. One day they will make this reel actually move. One day. That was not it. That's two fishes. I just need one of the other two. Come on. It give me. Man, my inventory space is just filling up with food. And then I like how I got every other fish except the one I need. Hiya. Let's try again. Come on, just at least let me catch one. Let me confirm their existence. Rah. Okay, so let's try again. There we go. That's one. Smaragdos. All right. of oblivion. As I say that. Come on, I need the 2 exclamation doubles, not the singles. I need the powerful. Time to force our way then. Hey! Yeah, that's not it. Still got 5 more to go. Come on. Chances are they made this fish rarer because I'm using a lure. Since, you don't run out of lures. Bait you use up, but lure just stays. Let's go. One more. Alright, fish. Show me a move. Chow! Yes! Yes! Correct. Come on. me another Smaragdas. Come on. Smaragdas. Yep. And...
Stop like a spring, step back, two step, two step, two step, 1, 2, 3.
To face electricity, time's turning up the volume, time's turning on us always, no timing up tomorrow, or turning back to where we began, 20 seconds stand still, guidance in one direction, celestial noise detected, to leave your mind suspected. Static to reason, time in the ether deepens, transmissions without completed, 7 to 3 to Too much to believe. Come on, 2 more. I just need 2 more. DC, dying, electricity. Come on, just 2 more. Come on. Come on, we can do this. Just fool them. Just charm them. Oh, come on. I'm right here. Skay! Yes! Can I identical cast this? Can I? Yes! Yeet! Be it. Let's go. Before I forget. Even though you'll give me something shitty. Yep. Yeet. Old Sharlayan. Hey, Tlakatia. I know you won't believe this, but I've gotten you a fish from the past. Like I said I would.
I know. Crazy. Wow.
Wrong place to study you. I must go, yes. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on. We're almost near the end of this quest line, I believe. I probably have 1 more catching to do. Like, probably he's gonna be like, go catch something on the moon. And I'm gonna be like, yes? I doubt he would have me catch something at the edge of the world. But moon? Yeah, moon seems probable. Oitlaka! Someday, when I'm done with my thesis, you will have to tell me all about how you can seemingly do the impossible. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take it all! Are my eyes to be believed? An actual Smaragdus! And it's even more impressive than anything I saw in my books. I know not how you accomplished this, Almia, but you have my eternal gratitude. Oh, don't worry about it. Almia, I just finished my preliminary analysis of the Smaragdus, and needless to say, it has proved truly fascinating. Incidentally, I recently overheard some of the senior members of the faculty discussing the days before the world was sundered. This led me wondering just how far back you traveled. I have long heard rumors of a collective of goblin scientists who were attempting to traverse the fabric of time itself. Ah yes, the Alexander raid. To be honest, I always thought it a mere jest, but is it possible that you use such a method to journey into the past yourself? Yes. But I will not ask you to reveal your secrets, not now. You have provided me with exactly what I need to break this impasse in my research, and I must seize the opportunity. You do that. At any rate, examining the relative states of Smaragdus scales, it appears quite evident that the levels of ether in the underwater currents fluctuated regularly, even in those pre-Zodiac days. That said, the shifts in the concentration appear much gentler compared to the present day. I suspect that the inflated ether levels of the moon caused by the presence of Zodiac are the key to explaining this change. Put simply, these recent incidents have a manifestation of ether levels returning to how they once were so very long ago. Frankly, I should be elated. This effectively proves my hypothesis correct. However, something does not sit right with me. I feel like I must do more than just identify what is happening. How can I sit around here in my office poring over specimens and tomes while these poor sea creatures are suffering? The next whale might very well come to ashore to its doom like the fishing down there. Yo. Oh, thank you for coming, Professor Nelly. I'm most pleased to say that with Almia's help, I believe I'll finally be able to finish my thesis. Is that to say you truly were able to obtain a specimen from ancient times? Impressive. Yes, most impressive indeed. Truth be told, the senior faculty of the Studium have been aware of this form of travel for some time now. Sadly, as much as I argued your case, I was strictly forbidden from granting you access to it. Fortunate you are to have Almi at your side. With your diligence and aptitude and her unparalleled gleaning skills, I am expecting greater and greater things from your thesis. I knew it! So if I am promoted to full professorship, I might gain access to that knowledge as well. Then I must work even harder toward that goal. And yet, at the same time, I find myself with a dilemma. Is it not selfish of me to focus entirely on my research at a time like this? Is it not my duty as a scholar to help in a more concrete manner? A very astute questions those, and questions for which you must find your own answer. But of course, none would object if you were to publish your findings. You've done more than enough to support up-and-coming researchers at the Studium, and your work will doubtless prove a fine starting point for any who wish to explore the subject further. There are plenty of academics who are driven wholly by their own curiosity, who devote their entire lives to their studies and research for its own sake. However, there is also demand for another type of researcher. One who uses their findings to seek out tangible solutions to the problems of our world. Your research has brought you face to face with innocent creatures in peril, and united you with a brave companion who has traveled to the edge of the world and beyond for you. It is a little surprise that you might find new motivation from their presence. Yet at the end of the day, it is your choice to make. You must decide what inspires you most as a scholar. That is all I can say. And he's like, but I know you'll make the right choice. As always, Professor Nelly has given me much to ponder. Up until now, I'd simply enjoyed solving the mysteries of the world through my research. Only now have I begun to realize that there may be more to it than that. Forgive me, but I would like to consider the matter further. Might I be able to count on your aid again once my mind is made up? I swear, I feel there are no limits to what I might achieve as long as you're by my side. Yeah, I'm known to do that. Stadium delivery complete! Esteem level increased. Tlakatia now considers you a fantastic fisher. Yeah, that's more like it. Fantastic. Okay, what is it? Pastures new. Tlakatia is looking to apply finishing touches to his thesis. Okay, this is the last one, huh? Ah, Almia, always a pleasure to see you. I fear I haven't quite made up my mind regarding the issue we discussed last time. Please don't be overly concerned. I fully intend to finish writing my thesis for the upcoming conference. At the same time, I can't stop thinking about what Professor Nelly said. In fact, I was just thinking I head to Tranquility to be alone with my thoughts for a while. Would you mind joining me a bit later? An exchange of ideas might do me well. Sure. It seems like you just need a kick in the ass so you can get going. Hashire. Hashire almia yo. Kaze no you ni. Hashire sori yo. Kaze no you ni. Tsuki ni hara wo. Padoru padoru. And now we wait. Surveying. Target spotted. Heh. Ah, thank you for coming. Do you recall how Professor Nelly encouraged me to consider what path would most inspire me? I was thinking it over and it occurred to me. Had I not met you, I doubtless would have continued to use my ether sickness as an excuse to stay cooped up in the stadium forever. Likely, I would have succumbed to the weight of the expectations and given up on my research entirely. Thanks to you, however, I was able to obtain the data I had so long sought, and now my thesis is nearly complete. For that, you have my eternal thanks. And yet, I am now struck with the profound feeling that I must do more. I must seek even greater heights. I suspect my colleagues would laugh me out of the room if they heard this, but I have a mind to obtain data from the moon itself. I knew it! I called it! If I can only get my hands on that, I'm confident that I could find a way to stabilize the ether currents, and in doing so, save the poor creatures of the sea from their suffering. Yes, this is no time to rest on my laurels. There's so much more that must be done. Of course, I'll hardly be able to accomplish this on my own. What do you say? Will you lend me your help one last time? I can hardly turn you down now, can I? We've been already this far together. Oh, thank you. I promise this will be the last request I make of you. As precisely what I would have you procure, this is where it gets a bit complicated. Normally I would reference the tomes in Numenon, but as one might expect, none of them cover the ecosystem of the moon. Perhaps you might seek advice from those who reside in Mare Lamentorum. If anyone could tell you what's worth catching, I suppose it would be them. Time to talk to the bunnies! In the meanwhile, I shall focus on writing my thesis. I cannot wait to see what sort of exotic specimen you find for me this time. Perhaps one of the knowledgeable Rapporets in Bestway's burrow could point you in the right direction. Alright, to not that. Mare Lamentorum. Lamentorum. Alright. Bestway's burrow. Let's go. Fishing for 2 hours indeed, Aku. Fishing for 2 hours indeed. I've been doing the Endwalker fishing story quest line. And I'm just about to be done with it, I think. This should be the last one. Considering it's level 90, yeah, I would assume this is the final fishing quest. I think next time I'm gonna do Minor Botanist Gatherer quest line. Well, hello there, Almia. Whatever brings you here today? I need to catch a fish from the moon. You don't say! That strikes me as a rather curious thing to be researching, but to each their own, I suppose. At any rate, I do believe the most representative specimen of the aquatic ecosystem here is a fish that we call the lunar lamenter. They're quite plentiful in the waters of Valles Vulnerus. They're known to have a fondness for grey worms, which we suspect is one reason they taste so atrocious. Believe me, you won't find any of our chefs complaining if you take home your fair share. That said, it's most surprising to hear that the destruction of Zodiac has impacted your world so. Do be careful down there, yes? Okay, grey worm. Do I have any grey worm? I do. Well, the game, the main storyline ended. Like, the main combat stuff ended. We're done. We saved the world. That's it. This is some side stuff where you gather more information and deal with the aftermath. Like, this is where you start rebuilding stuff. Yeah, sure, you save the world, but the world is kind of, well, was kind of messed up. So now you gotta just, you know, help people fix it, if you wish, and I do wish. Okay, where did? Valles Vulnerus, you said. Where's Valles Vulnerus? Where is it? Ah, there it is. Valles Vulnerus. Ah, that's the cave. That's the cave, right. Which cave is it? The Frozen Fissure. Wait, I got everything from there. Oh, I guess this is a... Yeah, we saved the world, now it's time to fish. And then time to craft. And then gather. Oh, there's also like leftovers like few leftover bosses in the form of role quests, like like a tank role quest, healer role quest, melee DPS role quest, and the other two. And we're gonna do those as well once I cap my paladin and white mage, so I'll have a one that can do each role. Okay, let's see here. Grey worm, yeet. Mark for the quest new pastures detected. Do I just need to catch one? Come on. Come on. Bite it, you fool. Is that it? Yes. Let us see here. And I'm thinking about whether if I want to redo the old quests. Like, Final Fantasy XIV has a New Game Plus system where you can replay old story. If this thing loads, I'll show it. And I'm thinking if I want to do like, you know, Heaven's Sword and stuff, like New Game Plus here. You can play like base game story, Heaven's Sword, Stormblood, Shadowbringers. You can play them again if you wish. And I'm thinking if I want to do that or not. Crafter quests. Gatherer quests. DPS quests. Ah, the role quests, huh? They still haven't added the Endwalker as a new game plus yet, so I can't keep playing the final battle. I'm looking forward to them adding the Endwalker quests into New Game Plus, so I can keep playing the last battle, because that was so hype. That was just hype. But yeah, at this point, for now, it's gonna be a bit of like, I think the next 4 streams are just gonna be chill streams. 3 or 4 streams are gonna be chill, just me doing the Crafter Gatherer quests. And then I'm gonna go do the role quests, which will be bring combat back. And then maybe do the raid. You're back! I'd love nothing more than for you to regale me with the tales of the moon, but before that, do I smell what I think I smell? Yes. Yes, you do. Incredible! So this is the sort of creature that dwells with... Okay. Incredible! So this is the sort of creature that dwells in the lunar seas. I can't wait to dig in and start examining it. While there's no telling until I see the data, I'm quite confident that this discovery will allow me to revise my theory and complete my thesis. I'll be making my presentation at the phenomenon, but to be honest, I've never been very good at talking in front of the senior faculty. Might you be so kind as to come and sit in the audience? Just knowing that I had a friend among the audience would go a long way to putting my heart at ease. Normally only the faculty and the students are allowed to attend such events, but I'll have a word with the administrators. Given all you've contributed to my research, I can see no reason you should be permitted to attend. Alright. Alright, let's see. This will be the, I think, finisher for this one. Studium staff. Ah, you must be Professor Tsulakatia's guest. Please, go right in. I do believe your friend's presentation is about to get underway. Alright. Await. Imagine if this was suddenly voiced. Thank you for assembling here today, everyone. I am Talakatia, an associate professor here in the Faculty of Aeterology, and today I would like to present some recent findings from my research on ether currents. Come on, man. Don't do that. Come on, don't be hesitant. Go. You got this. You got this. My presentation is entitled Ethertide, on the waxing and waning of ether levels in underwater currents. Simply put, my hypothesis was thus. The world's underwater ether ebb and flow in tandem. When the concentration of ether drops in one area, it rises in another. This phenomenon repeats itself periodically. Long did I believe this was so, but never was I able to accumulate sufficient data to prove it for certain. This all changed recently thanks to the talents of a truly remarkable gleaner who risked life and limb to gather the samples I needed. In the course of my research, however, I also discovered many things which I had never imagined at the outset. First and foremost among these was the ether zodiac exerted upon the self-same currents. Now, as you all know, zodiac is no more. As such, ether levels have temporarily fluctuated across our entire star as the etheric state of the world gradually readjusts to how it was in the days of yore, before zodiac came into being. Like, as you can see, in these quests, in these Crafter Gatherer quests, you learn about the aftermath, and then you learn how people adapt to it or help them adapt to it. Having had the fortune to recently analyze some samples obtained from the lunar surface, it has become apparent that this fluctuation in ether levels was at its most dramatic during a full moon. We have reason to suspect that the recent incident with the wayward whale was also caused by the selfsame phenomenon. In other words, a sudden change in the local ether levels caused it to suffer from symptoms akin to a severe ether sickness. Blah 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 blah. Needless to say, this would be all mere speculation if it were not corroborated by concrete data. To that end, kindly turn to page 14 in the booklets I have handed out and take a moment to peruse the chart on that page. He has done it. He did it. The man did it. Quite fascinating. Many scholars stubbornly stick to their initial convictions despite the circumstances, but you have clearly taken even the most recent developments into consideration in fleshing out your thesis. Admirable indeed. You're too kind, Professor, and yet there is more I would share. Utilizing my own findings in combination with some alchemical techniques I learned from my colleagues in town here, I do believe I have crafted a spell that might stabilize the underwater ether currents. More so than my academic findings, I believe this to be my greatest accomplishment. Isolating the relationship between the moon and underwater currents was an important first step, no doubt, but helping those suffering creatures will be of far more greater import in the end. Our planet is currently in a state of transition. I suspect the imbalance in ether levels will continue for quite a while still. And so I intend to do everything in my power to minimize the effects of this on both beast and man until our etheric environment stabilizes and returns to normal. Thank you, Telakatia. We shall inform you of your evaluation in due time. In the meanwhile, pray continue to attend to that poor beast in the harbor. We wish you the best of luck. Thank you, Professor. Hello, whale. Big boy. Oh, his outfit changed. He's accepted. Oh, nice. There you are. I simply had to tell you before anyone else. My colleagues couldn't stop praising my thesis. And to say I could never have gotten this day without your help would be an understatement. Not only have I secured more funding to continue my research, but I've also been promoted to a full-fledged tenured professor. I simply cannot believe that the day has come that I can wear this prestigious gown. Why, I've dreamed of this since the very first day I set foot in this stadium. It looks good on you. Oh, you're far too kind. I've still a long way to go before I'd be worthy of this garb in the way that, say, Professor Nelly is. I always believed in Talaka's potential, but I say he would have been hard-pressed to fulfill it were it not for his fortuitous meeting with you, Almia. For that, I too owe you my thanks. Oh, and this is neither here nor there, really, but I received some rather delightful news recently from the Faculty of Medicine. It would seem the professor there, who was researching methods for treating the whale, has developed an experimental medicine that can lessen the effects of ether sickness. Even more fortunately, it is set to work even better on men than on beasts. Yes, with this new medicine at my disposal, I can finally take responsibility for my own fieldwork and stop forcing generous cleaners such as yourself to travel in my stead. Just think of all the places I'll go. Distant lands, the open sea, why, maybe even the moon. I simply can't wait to really stretch my legs and explore the world. Blech. And with that, I'd best be off. But this isn't farewell, not by a long shot. I have no doubts our path will cross again somewhere upon some distant sea. I thank you once again for everything, my friend. Bye-bye. And finally, the deliverance of the quest. I'm standing here in this new gown, but to be honest, it still hasn't sunk in.
Congratulations, Tlakatia. You have come far indeed, and you've earned every bit of it through your diligence and dedication. And I am glad for it. For now, I've seen you realize the potential I always knew you had, and I can finally retire with my heart at ease.
Retire? Professor Nelle, what are you saying?
No need to act so surprised. I've been considering it for quite some time now. I'm no spring chicken, and there is little reason for me to cling to my position when promising researchers like you wait in the wings. Of course, I will continue to share my experiences with you if you so desire, but finding that which most inspires you and pursuing it with all your body and soul, this is something you must do for yourself. I have already imparted all I can. You were able to find this in yourself, in no small part through your chance encounter with Almia. I was happy to be there for you along the way, but I dare say you will fare well enough without me.
But Professor?
The future of Eterology is bright indeed as long as young talents like yourself continue your research here. And so I very much look forward to yielding your myriad achievements as I enjoy my golden years. And if you're ever in need of a conversation, pray visit, that we might muse about mysteries of the world, not as teacher and student, but as colleagues and friends.
That would be delightful, Professor. I could not have asked for a greater parting gift than your vote of confidence. And thank you once again, Almia. I will be continuing my research here at the Studium, so do stop by whenever you would care to talk Eterology with a friend. Likewise, I look forward to hearing even more about your adventures and the far-flung lands you've been exploring. And perhaps, if you happen to come across any exotic species of fish, could you snag one or two for me? Just for old time's sake. Wow, I was expecting this to take an hour and a half, but it actually took almost 3 hours. Okay, so do I want gathering? Perception. I think I want perception. Not that perception matters anymore though, since we don't get high quality. Though, esteemed contributor, Tlakatia could not be happier with your efforts. He now considers you a master fisher. Keep an eye out for the others at the Studium who require the help of an able artisan. You'd never know who might be in need of your skills. Oh, I do. Achievement unlocked. Sufficient data. I know who else needs my help. This, and this guy. Okay, who's the gatherers? Let's see. It's Hinageshi. Cultured pursuits. Okay, so that's gonna be our next target then. It's got pretty lively around here with all these new students helping out. I also heard that the faculty are most interested to learn what we're going to research next. So I'll need to make sure we're equipped to tackle any task necessary. Do you think the professor really looks the part now? I promise to do my very best to keep sporting him in the future. And with that, this one is coming to an end. We have fished, and fished some more. But yes, all the fish. So, I'm gonna end this with a certain sentence I have to use, because, you know, this is fishing related. So long, and thanks for all the fish. I shall see you next time. Thank you for watching. And next time we're gonna do together. And I need to stop rambling so much. Alright. Well, you know, the good old. See you next time. Have a good day. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit. As you know. Get hooked on that. And with that, I bid you adieu.